G'day, Seth.
G'day, sir, you alright?
I am alright, how are you?
Not too bad, thank you very much.
I'm happy to hear that.
Good.
How was your New Year's?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Good, very quiet, peaceful, so I really appreciate that.
Nice.
How was yours?
Good, very quiet, peaceful, so I really appreciate it. Almost like we had the same New Year's.
Did we?
Yeah, I think we did.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we spent the time together.
Might be.
Yeah.
Might be.
Yeah. Did we do what we wanted to do?
Well, mostly, for most part. So, to those who don't know, we mentioned it in the last episode, we wanted to go to the beach, make a bonfire, and do our bets there.
Yeah.
So, a little recap, every year on the New Year's Eve, we bet for what can happen, for what we think might or might not happen in the upcoming year.
It's our little New Year's tradition.
Exactly, so one person bets for it, one person bets against it, and then the year after we evaluate it and pay big money. Not big money, but we pay money depending on who won or who lost.
Yeah.
And so we did go to the beach, however, we didn't consider the tides.
Nope.
And when we arrived at the beach, it was high tide.
Like proper high tide.
So we couldn't actually sit on the beach because the water was reaching up the stairs leading down to the beach.
Yeah. We couldn't even enter the beach because the stairs were already flooded. Normally when there's high tide, you have at least a little bit of beach left.
Yeah.
Like at the very top.
Yeah.
But no, not at the beach we live close to. It is like, yeah, stairs were underwater, which also is kind of sweet and romantic.
It is.
So we didn't get to make a fire. We just sat down on the stairs, doing our bets on the stairs. Now the problem with that was that we couldn't stay that long because we were freezing.
It was so cold.
Of course, it's December, but like the whole plan was to sit by a bonfire, which makes it warm, right? But we didn't have a fire, so we actually didn't get to do our bets at the beach. What we ended up doing is evaluate the bets that we had done for 2025, wait until New Year's. Oh, Happy New Year, and then go home
immediately.
Go home immediately, and we did our bets cozily in the sofa.
Yeah.
Which is also sweet.
So it is.
Yeah. It is actually how we did our first bets as well.
That is true, we were at home.
Alrighty, but what do we do today?
So today we go back to, again, I want to say never have I ever, would you rather?
Would you rather?
Because we had loads and loads of would you rathers come in from you.
And they even sent in more, because we filmed it quite early in the day, but the poll was on the whole day.
Yeah.
So it doubled in size.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of would you rathers to talk about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go and read some DMs as well.
Yeah, that's the plan for today.
Absolutely.
Do you want to jump right in?
Let's do that.
Yeah. Now let's start with a silly one.
Yeah.
Dorian, would you rather slap a shark or a runner duck?
Oh, I wouldn't want to slap a duck.
Then don't.
Yeah, I think I'd rather slap a shark. Isn't it also that like you're supposed to hit them like when they approach you and they might attack you?
That
you hit them in the nose.
That's what I heard and learned from Instagram Reels Academy.
Yeah.
So I think that to be true, but my sources are not reliable. So I think when you're scuba diving and they approach, they just come to check you out first. They don't.
They check you out.
Yeah, like, hey, are you edible and stuff? And if you like shove them backwards, it's supposed to like confuse them because they cannot swim backwards.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Again, Instagram Reels Academy. Hey ho.
Yeah.
Or like punching them. Of course, you will not actually punch them. It will not hurt them at all because there's so much water resistance. Like,
yeah. I also thought that.
Like unless you're not really good at boxing,
Yeah.
like the resistance is gonna slow you down so much.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is that you give them a little bump and like scare them a bit.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, so you're not food. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather punch a shark.
Yeah.
Because runner duck, what?
See, I think why
What
the person
did they do to deserve it?
what did the shark do to deserve it?
Check me out.
Check you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think why the person put that up is also because, like, yeah, runner ducks are cute and all, but they're much safer to punch. Like, now from the egoistic human perspective than a shark. Like, would you dare to punch a shark?
Yeah.
Right? If I tell you now, would you rather punch a duck or a shark, and you say shark, then I will put you now in a tank with a shark.
Yeah. That's true.
And I think that's why, because wouldn't you get scared? But to be honest, if I was diving and there was a shark, I would shit my pants either way.
Before even thinking about punching it?
Yeah. So if a shark is approaching, I would get scared either way. I don't think that the hitting it will make it more scary.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So that's that.
I agree. Unless I have an option to not punch anyone, like.
Ooh.
But then that wouldn't be.
Then that wouldn't be would you rather though.
Would you rather? Yeah.
Yeah. You would. I mean, you would.
What I mean is like that. I'm not in a position to punch either of these animals. I just need to actually find one, go there, and punch it. Do you know what I mean? Like if I would need to punch a shark, even though I'm not even in the same tank with a shark, like if I need to go out of my way to punch it, because it's different when I'm already in a situation where the animal can be punched.
Yes.
And it's different because I just don't want to punch an animal. Do you know what I mean?
100%. But because of the would you rather game, you will be put in this situation just to do it.
Yeah, I guess still a shark.
Still a shark. Because like, what did the duck do to you?
Yeah, I know. But what did the shark do?
I mean, I think he can take it.
That's also a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah. Also, because like they're predators, they're used to fighting.
Yeah.
And like, if they might even interpret it as normal communication, as like, hey, please back off.
Yeah.
Please. As if the shark knows that I'm being polite. Like, what's the difference between a polite punch and an unpolite punch? So yeah, that's I think also my answer.
Cool. Would you rather? That would you rather I think is a bit more aimed at you.
Okay.
But I'm really curious. Would you rather never draw again or never write again?
Oh no. Oh, that's mean. That's really mean.
That's mean.
Because it also depends on the phases of my life. Like sometimes I feel the overwhelming urge to draw, and sometimes I feel the overwhelming urge to write. They weirdly never overlap.
Okay.
I mean, makes sense because I draw realistic drawings.
Yeah.
So this art is recreational, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
recreate something that exists in the world. While when I write, it's mostly fiction in my imaginary worlds, and that is very creational. So it makes sense that sometimes I very much feel like writing and not like drawing, and sometimes I feel like drawing and not like writing because the outlet is a different one. Like, am I feeling like recreationalism or creationalism?
Yeah.
And so this is really difficult.
Yeah. Would you think that drawing is in a way a bit more passive?
No, passive not.
Okay.
Still very active. It's just like, it misses the layer of I need to come up with things.
Okay.
Like, it is super difficult, but it's different things that you need to focus on.
Okay.
Creational art is also very detail focused. It's just in a different way. Because of course, when you write and create a new world, you also have to be very specific and very detailed with like, how does a horse carriage connect to this and that, you know, or in this and that carriage, and like what kinds of hooks are there, and like, you know, sometimes it gets specific like that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in drawing, there is one correct answer.
Yeah.
And you cannot like imagine your way out of it and create your way out of it. Because if you don't hit the correct answer, it like the correct way it is supposed to be drawn, it just doesn't look realistic anymore. Right? If you just freestyle something.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes, of course, when you have a certain experience, you can also freestyle, and you know it will look good because you've already have experience with it. But that's why I love realistic drawings. There's one true answer, kind of
like maths.
Yeah, either it looks realistic or it doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's also why I love it, because at the end you can look at your drawing and think, I can improve still. Because that doesn't look good, that doesn't look good, that doesn't look good. And there's an objective truth to realistic drawings. Is it realistic or not? Is it realistic or not? And with you know, more expressionistic paintings, or what, you know, these kind of styles, there is no right or wrong, kind of. And while that is beautiful, that is not the reason I turn to drawing.
Yeah.
And so I think I will say I would rather never draw again because I can create that recreationalism in another field.
Okay.
For example, I could start doing realistic paintings.
Okay, yeah, true.
I'll just never do realistic drawings again.
Yeah.
I suck at realistic paintings. That's a completely different beast.
For now.
For now. But like if someone would tell me you're not allowed to draw realistically anymore at all, I can just say, okay, sucks, but I will have to start at zero with paintings. And maybe in a few years, I will feel that same recreationalism that I love so much. Meanwhile, I don't think I want to ever get rid of the creational feeling of writing, because I don't think there is any other... there is music, but it is very few other arts allow you to be that free, creational, as well as specific, and everything you can imagine. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I think, my
cool.
answer.
Yeah, totally. Well, for me, I would much rather not draw.
Yeah.
I think writing is definitely a bigger part of my life than drawing.
Oh, is it?
No way,
I
right?
wouldn't have thought.
So for me, it's writing. Yeah.
Okay, but like, how about we just find a way that this, applies to you better?
Yeah.
Like, how about never acting or never writing?
Oh, yeah, that's already harder.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's already harder. I think because of how much I love writing and because of the freedom it gives me, I think I would choose writing because I really appreciate the control that I have over what I write and the fact that the whole creative vision is up to me. While in acting, unless it's something that you devise, you're still under a director, under producers and all of that, and you're still expected to deliver a certain product. While in writing, it's all up to you. So I think if I would have to choose one, it would be the writing, even though I would miss acting terribly because there's nothing that substitutes it.
No.
Like with drawing, for example.
Yeah.
Like you can somehow substitute it with painting, somehow, whereas with acting, it's just the one and only.
Yeah. True.
What would your answer be, acting or writing?
No, okay. Why? I already answered my part.
Yeah, but I'm curious, like you one-upped.
No, I didn't one-up. I just made you equal.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Now I one-up.
I think I would never write again.
Okay.
Yeah, acting is number one for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, has been, always will be number one for me. And I would miss writing terribly. If you would still allow me to be part of a writer's room where I can pitch ideas, that would be a cool middle ground. But I would mourn writing, but I have to be an actor.
Yeah.
There's nothing, no alternative to that. Okay, let me one up you.
Yeah, what?
So you chose writing, right?
Yeah.
Writing or directing?
Writing.
Ooh, okay, so
that was
easier.
A bit easier, I think.
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't be that easy, though.
No, however, like, same with mine, though. It was a clear answer. It's not easy, but it was a clear answer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think writing.
Yeah.
Again, you can write anything you want. I can write a screenplay, I can write a poem, I can write prose, I can write whatever I want, but with directing there is a bit more of the limitation. I mean, you can also direct multiple things. You can direct theatre, you can direct film, you can direct all sorts of genres within it.
But you adapt someone else's vision, unless you're a writer-director.
But then if I cannot be the writer, I only direct someone else's vision.
Yeah, which
is also great.
Is amazing, and it's also fun and stuff. However, like, you are more of a writer-director.
Yeah.
Like, you like to direct your own stuff.
Yeah.
I just realized, like, we have, I mean, due to the fact that we make our own productions and stuff, we have multiple jobs, right?
Yeah.
And if you were to only ever do one, because you just said, okay, writing over acting, but also writing over directing. I'm curious if, for the rest of your life, you could only practice one job and it secures your living, but just one thing, no photography, no other thing. Would it be writing?
I think so.
So you're a born writer?
So I am. I think so. Yeah, for you, it would be acting.
I'm not sure. If you tell me that this is the only thing I can do for the rest of my life. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, still, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually fucking great.
Yeah.
I would still want to be part of a writer's room, and I would still mourn writing. Maybe I could pick it up as a hobby, not as a job. I think I need that writing outlet just because it's such a interest of mine. But I think I have to like be an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Next one, yeah, your turn.
Would you rather never have met each other or break up right now?
Oh no. Okay. That's really hard because I feel like either of them is really bad and I really hate them. Like I really hate the idea of it.
The both of them, you lose me.
Yeah. But on one hand, if I would choose to never have met you, I wouldn't know what I'm missing out. So in that reality, I would not suffer because of it.
So you wouldn't experience the heartbreak that would await you if we were to break up right now?
Yeah. On the other hand, is avoiding heartbreak worth never having met you? Because you brought so much into my life. I've grown with you. I've grown separate from you as well, but because of this relationship, and I would not want to lose everything that this relationship has given me as well. And also just having a memory of you.
Yeah.
That's something that I would really want to hang on to. So I see both sides. I think the breakup.
Because the wanting to keep the memories weighs heavier than wanting to avoid the heartbreak.
Yeah, wanting to keep the memories, wanting to keep the growth. Like I would not be the same person if I wouldn't have met you.
Yeah.
So, and I'm really, really grateful for that. So I think that would be that.
I think same answer for me. Assuming that we will not be able to get back together because this is a either or scenario. I think so too, because I've grown so much. Same answer, but I want to add that you raised my bar when it comes to romantic relationships.
Okay.
And if we were to break up now, I would honor that standard, or want to honor that standard.
Okay.
Not that I'm trying to look for you in another person, but I would want to look for qualities in the kind of relationship that I want to lead in the next relationship. And if we've never had met, then I would have to relearn that, and I'm not sure if I would have learned the same lessons as early as I have already with you. I don't know, like I feel like everything that I could learn if I haven't met you is something that I can still learn after I have met you, but I cannot guarantee that the things that I did learn with you will meet me in another life where I have never met you. You know?
Yeah.
And so I would also choose that. Also on top of that, I would like to still know you and see you grow.
Yeah, that's another thing, true.
Even though it would hurt to see you live your life without me, maybe even fall in love and stuff, I would just love to at least be friends with you, or see you from afar, look at you from afar, see what life throws your way and what you do with it.
Don't you think that would be even more hurtful?
Yeah, 100%. More hurtful, of course, because, you know, in the other scenario, I don't know the pain that I would feel. However, I also just care for you, you know, and
as a person.
Yeah, and I would still love you. Like us breaking up wouldn't stop me loving you. So I would need to know actually what you do. How are you? Are you happy? Is there something I can do to make you feel happy?
Yeah.
And all these things.
Yeah.
And maybe we could even work together still.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be in each other's lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Just not a couple.
Oh, that would be really hurtful.
Yeah, it would be, but like, that's the scenario I would choose.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is not as hard.
Okay.
It's a bit more light-hearted.
Oh, good.
Would you rather do something in the air, like skydiving, or something underwater, like actual diving?
I would rather do both.
Okay.
It's actually my plan to do both.
Okay.
I want to do both.
That's so not my answer. Crazy. Yeah.
I would both skydiving, actual diving, scuba diving, normal, whatever, exploring reefs. However, if we would just like, if you were to put me in front of a choice now, would you rather do this or that now? Ooh, I think diving. Now, my first impulse was doing something in the air. Because, okay, here's my thought process. I am more scared of not being able to see something rather than I am...
Like in the water?
Yeah, right. So imagine I'm in the water and I'm like exploring a reef and there's so many corners and hidden stuff that I'm scared to think about what might be hiding there, or maybe even look down and see it's still going down like tens.
Oh, that's scary. That scares me so much.
Right? Like, and you don't know what is down there. On the contrary, if I was to skydive, the only fear that I need to overcome is my fear of heights. But I'm still literally able to see everything.
That's true.
Like, I know what expects me. It's the fall, right? It's just that I need to overcome that. So my first impulse was to say skydive rather than swim, like actual diving. Yeah. However, right now, I'm at a point in my life where I'm like really curious about the sea for whatever reason.
Okay.
And I actually, like, every now and then I see like reels about like of people diving and exploring reef and seeing fish, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do that.
Nice.
But that's only because like in the past few days I've just seen people dive and now I feel like it.
Yeah.
But ask me in 2 weeks and I would say skydiving.
Yeah.
I want to do both.
Yeah.
Both would terrify me, but both are things that I want to overcome.
Yeah. Wow. I don't want to do either. I don't want to do either. They scare me. I'm a very grounded person, and when I say grounded, I mean I like being on the ground. I like not experimenting with my positioning.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy being on Earth. I really, really enjoy being on the ground. And I think because of that, I would choose actual diving over skydiving, because being in the water somehow feels closer to the ground than being in the air.
Yeah.
And I'm also a little bit scared of heights. And with the water, I have a similar feeling to what you said, which is I would be a bit afraid of what's actually hiding out there. But I think that would be a much easier fear to overcome for me than the fear of heights, and also the fear of the loss of control that you have when you just fall. And when scuba diving, you have control over your body. You can decide what direction you go, how deep you go, and all of that.
True. So there's not only the height, it's also the loss of control. There's a loss of mobility and saving yourself.
Yeah.
Like if your parachute doesn't open, you cannot save yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. So it's two fears that you need to overcome.
Yeah.
I think exactly why this would be good for me. But the person said, would you rather do something in the air, like skydiving, or something in the water, like actual diving?
Yeah.
Let me give you other examples.
Yeah.
Would you rather fly or go in a submarine?
In terms of like fly as in like on a plane?
But not a passenger plane, like these smaller ones where it's just like you and the pilot.
Oh God, no. Submarine.
What?
Of course.
Really?
I've been to one.
You've been in a submarine?
Yeah.
And it has submerged?
Yeah.
No way. How have we never talked about this? What? No.
Yeah, when I was a kid.
What?
Yeah.
An actual submarine?
An actual submarine.
And it went down in the water?
And it went down in the water.
How?
And I saw fish, and I saw, what's the flatfish called?
A stingray.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, how deep did it go?
I'm not sure, I can't remember. I was 10.
Okay, but what is that? Was it like a tourist attraction kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, where was that?
I can't remember.
Okay, was it with your family?
It was with my family. It was on
Okay.
a holiday with my family.
But that sounds like something that like children are allowed to do, so it was probably tourist kind of attraction kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was probably in a controlled environment.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, was it? But it was in the sea.
It was in the sea. It was quite deep down.
Okay. If you had to guess, how deep?
I have not a clue.
But like not, you couldn't see, if you would look up, you couldn't see the...
Like I saw the seabed.
Okay, yeah, but then depending, is it like 5 meters deep
Yeah,
or is
yeah,
it
yeah.
like 30?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, but I'm talking about like deep sea exploring. So like...
Still a submarine.
Really?
Also because I've already done it and I hate flying. Like I'm so...
But you do fly.
But I do fly, that's true.
Okay, wow. My answer is the opposite.
Flying.
I would much rather be in a small plane than in a small submarine.
Why?
See, I would get claustrophobic in both.
Yeah.
However, a submarine feels so much more claustrophobic because I'm also surrounded by something.
By water. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And like, literally, like, death through submarine is literally
Implosion.
being squashed.
Yeah.
So it is like the worst thing that can happen to a claustrophobe.
Yeah.
Like, dying from being squashed.
Yeah. Also depends on how we would fly as well.
Right.
Because if we just barely, if it's like you said, if it's like a small plane, just me and the pilot.
Yeah.
And we fly close to the ground relatively, because these small planes kind of don't fly as high up.
Yeah, I don't think they fly like 10 kilometers.
Yeah. I think I would consider the plane.
I also think that's pretty. Like, it's also part of some safaris to like fly over like natural parks, natural habitats, to not like disturb the animals and go in there or something because it's dangerous that you just fly over them.
Yeah, because I'm also scared of heights, so I think if it was not as high, maybe.
You wouldn't get claustrophobic in a submarine. That's wild to me.
I don't know if I would.
Because you cannot...
It also depends on how deep it goes.
Yeah, I'm talking deep sea exploring.
Then I think it's a bit...
Yeah, like kilometers.
Yeah, that is much more scary.
Oh, no, just the thought of it makes my neck hair stand up.
Yeah, that is scary.
Okay, so let's just say, depending on what it is that we do in the sky and the sea.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. It's a good question.
It is a good question.
Alrighty, should we go to DMs now?
Absolutely.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
And I feel like every now and then we can revisit that.
I think so too. They're really creative.
Would you rather? Yeah.
Our people.
Yeah. Hey, our people. Our people. We don't have a name for our people yet.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions what to call the Don't Scream I'll Cry fellowship, then please pitch them to us.
Yeah.
Because we're like tapping in the dark.
Yeah.
We can call them little anomalies.
Anomalies. Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we might need a name.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's have that in mind. Question number 1. It's clear you're both smart.
Where? Why? Who
It's
says?
just clear.
It's clear, obvious. It is an observable fact.
Yeah.
Why not? No, far from it, but continue.
It's clear you're both smart and you both have such a great vocabulary. I've grown up around people with English as their first language. It is also my first language, and no one has had such an advanced vocabulary. Do you think that vocabulary comes from English being a secondary language, or do the people I'm around just happen to not be that smart? Also, do you use relatively the same words in other languages? How is it for you?
Well, I don't perceive myself the way the person portrays me. Quite the opposite, actually. So just first to answer the question, because they asked, do you think the, inverted commas, good vocabulary comes from English being your second language or a secondary language? I don't think it does. And I also don't think that the people you are around are just dumb, because that was the question,
Yeah,
right?
that was the question, yeah.
Like just having a good vocabulary or being well spoken doesn't mean you're smart. Meanwhile, not being very well spoken doesn't mean you're dumb.
Of course.
I think being articulate comes from the topics you surround yourself with, because wanting to communicate complex thoughts requires complex language.
Yeah.
So if you're constantly talking about I don't know, ethical, philosophical issues or political issues.
Or just confront yourself with them, not necessarily talk about them, but like if you read literature on that topic.
Or on complex or themes, not just simple like, hey, this is plot A, this is how our hero gets from one point to the other, this is how they do it, and go.
Yeah.
Like, but like with a bit more of a complex writing structure. Not that there's anything wrong with the first one. Like, God knows that's the main thing I consume.
Yeah.
Because those, I love storytelling of all kinds. But what I'm saying is, like, if you confront yourself with a bit more complex things like these things, complex thoughts, that's when complex language enters the chat. And if you just don't, you don't. There's no reason for you to be more articulate than you are right now. And I just think that we both do that.
Yeah.
I the person also asked if I use relatively the same words in other languages.
Yeah, we actually had a similar conversation the other day about it.
Yeah, I actually brought that up a few days ago to Dorian. I said, I was crying a bit.
I came back from work.
Yeah, you came back from work, bless you. Like, you were working the whole day, 10 hours. You came home, you just wanted to eat and sleep. And I was like, babe, babe, I have a problem. And you're like, oh God, what's up? And I was actually quite sad about the fact that I am so much more articulate in German than I am in English. And that really frustrates me. Because even simpler thoughts I articulate in German in a more complex way, because that gets me to the point more precisely. And I was kind of sad that I cannot do that in English because I'm just lacking the words, and it feels like I cannot properly speak.
Okay.
That really bothers me, and I was really upset about it the other day because how it started.
It even started that you were trying to explain something to me, and I just couldn't get what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So that got you to the point where you got really upset about it.
Yeah, because when I explain something, a lot of the times I explain something and I need you to come 20% my way in English. So I say something, don't articulate the thought further, or I don't finish the thought, and I say, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you
most of the time
say yes, which is the root of our problem, because not the root, but like it just adds oil to the fire, because then I am not forced to articulate thoughts that I just apparently cannot get out of me. And it normally works all the time. However, when I'm confronted with people that are not you, that don't understand me, and don't come my way 20% of the time because they cannot read my brain like you can, I am forced to properly speak out my thoughts. And that's when I struggle sometimes with precision of words. And it just happens so rarely that you don't understand me. So when you didn't understand what I was going for, because I just didn't say the proper things, I got really upset, because that's a red flag. That's like, if I struggle when you don't understand me, that means our communication relies on you understanding me wordless. And that's not how being articulate works, or like speaking works for that matter. And it's just so frustrating that like the contrary is true in German, that I use very much advanced vocabulary to bring my point across as precisely as possible.
Yeah.
But it's a quick fix.
Yeah, that's true. I think surrounding yourself even more with the topics, actually whenever you read a book, even like highlighting words and stuff like that, just gathering this vocabulary and feeling a bit more comfortable.
It's super easy. It's super easy. I immediately also recognized the root of the problem as well. It's like I just don't read much literature, like proper literature in English. I've never read a book about philosophy in English. All the philosophy I've ever read was in German. I write predominantly in German because of that, because I can articulate my thoughts better. And just like pick up more classical books in English.
And we've got loads at home as well.
We have loads. Yeah, I just actually started. So it's funny that this DM comes up right now, because like this is literally a topic in my life right now.
Yeah.
So 2026 is me becoming well spoken in English as well.
Nice.
Sorry, now I rambled. How about you?
No, fair enough. That was your answer to the question. I think my answer is a bit more boring, because the two languages that I speak, I feel like I speak on a very similar level. I think I definitely don't feel as comfortable speaking Polish as I do English, just because I don't use this language on a daily. I used to read a lot of Polish literature, and I used to be able to voice these complex thoughts in Polish as well. And I feel like now, if I would actually surround myself with the language, I think I would find it much more easy for these things to just come to me.
Yeah.
But the fact that I don't just kind of works against it.
I see. I think what worked in your favor as well is that you went to uni, you studied in English. While like you wrote a dissertation in English.
Yeah.
So that is complex thoughts. That's exactly what I'm talking about, like needing to form, to be articulate.
Yeah.
And I think that cemented the fact that you can word complex thoughts in English.
Yeah.
I mean, I am definitely like C2 level English. Like there's
Yeah,
no
no,
problem
of
in
course.
understanding. Like I understand everything. It's just that I like, especially with, you know, more complex words, I just don't have them in my arsenal.
Yeah, it's just not something that comes to your head.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But I think, yeah, quick fix, just like write a dissertation. Hey,
Honestly, why not?
why not?
Give yourself a topic, write a dissertation.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I wrote mine in about 10 hours.
Ah,
It's not.
yeah, okay, but speaking about bipolar,
Oh.
like, I mean, you weren't diagnosed back then, but like writing your whole dissertation overnight,
Yeah.
like, when we look at,
Sent it 2 hours before deadline. I'm not proud of it. I'm saying like I'm proud of it. I'm not proud of it.
yeah, but like, if we look around, if you had similar symptoms back then, it might not be far-fetched that this was a manic, maybe just hypomanic episode.
Yeah, could have been. Okay, so the next DM goes, hello, hope you guys are well. I was watching a documentary on David Bowie's life called Moon Age Daydream, and in there's a discussion on how Bowie built his identity, and it got me thinking about how identities are sometimes talked about as something you discover and others something you create. I was wondering what your guys' thoughts were on this. Do you think identity is something one discovers about themselves or something one creates? Also, my name is Adelaide and I'm from the United States.
Hello, Adelaide from the
Hello.
United States. Thank you for this question. It's a really good one.
It is a really good one. It is a really good one. And I have a feeling that the answer to it lies somewhere in the middle.
Identity here refers to two different things. Like, yes, identity is something you discover about yourself, and yes, identity can be something you create. There's just some things that are facts about us that we find out and we need to find out. For example, like everyone says, like, oh, I found out I am trans. Like, it's not something you create.
Yeah.
Or I found out I am more attracted to women and not to men. Like, you know, for everyone, and these things you find out, those, like the whole, you know, queer movement, the whole LGBTQ plus, you know, identity, is about not being able to choose your identity. So these things you discover about yourself. You also discover about yourself that you're a person who likes to stay in more than go out. That you discover
that's
about
not something you have an impact on. You can change. Yeah.
Yes, you discover about yourself that you don't like people all that much, and all these things. These things you cannot choose. However, Bowie created a persona, and I think what this documentary must have referred to is him creating a persona, a stage persona, or a way he wanted to be perceived by the public. And that is something like, especially people and singers and stars, musicians do.
On the other hand, though, I don't think you have to be a public persona to work towards your own identity. I feel like there are things that you can influence, for example, your career. When I was born, I was not yet a writer.
Yes.
I practiced, I put time and effort into becoming one, and now I'm a writer, and it's a big part of my identity as well.
Yes.
I feel like a career is a good example of that as well.
Yeah, right. So let's just agree on the statement that there's some parts of your identity that you can influence and some parts that you can't.
Yeah, I think the answer lies somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, some things you just discover about yourself and some things you create. And I think, especially when we talk about public figures creating their identity, what that refers to is the artistic persona they embody when being on stage.
Yeah.
Which has little to do with who they really are. So that might be yet another thing.
Yeah.
And especially Bowie, like, wasn't he famous for like actually embodying a stage persona and all these things? It's also not unusual for singers to like embody someone they're not.
I mean, or are they? That's the thing. Like, they
a
are
part of
that,
themselves. Yeah. Maybe, or like they get to
enhance certain qualities.
Yes, but like in the end, it's art as well. Like even embodying someone else on stage is an art form as well, and they don't need to be that person.
Cool.
So I think that's the answer.
I think that's the answer.
Please keep in mind that we are early 20s, young artists trying to figure out their way through life anyway, so that's just our opinion. Like, we sit here explaining what an identity is, like not knowing, not having fully figured out what it is, what it means to us either. So that's just how we would word it.
Yeah. Okay, and I've got the last DM. That goes, in Canada, it's common courtesy to smile and greet people as you walk by and to make small talk with everyone. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's normal to smile and make small talk with random strangers? Do you think it has a positive or negative effect on the stranger's mental health? Okay, I'll start by saying I really like small talk.
Yeah.
I'm good at it.
Yeah, you are. You're so charming with strangers. You are. I love watching you when you talk to strangers. Like every time we walk up to someone and someone starts small talking, I just look at Dorian, already implying that they must have meant him because, like, I'm out of the equation. Like even when they look at me, hi, how are you? And everything, how's it going? And I'm like, how is it going? You tell us.
Yeah, no, that's true. I find it enjoyable. I'm genuinely interested in the stranger in that very moment. Like, I'm also not necessarily pretending to be interested, because I feel like when you think about it, people are social, and we do need human contact. And I feel like connecting, even for a brief moment, with a stranger is something that adds to it, that helps us with that need. For example, that's something when I lived in France, and don't get me wrong, I don't know if in France small talk is a common thing. I don't know if it's common courtesy. I don't know if it's as popular, because when I lived in France, my French was not that good. So even if I would have wanted to, when I was going to the shop, I was at a bakery, I could not make that small talk with a stranger because I just didn't have the words. And that's something that I was actively lacking. I was actively missing it.
I remember you communicated that with me as well, that you said you were ready to move to a different country where you have no friends yet, because you can just, like, you know that you're going to be lonely, and this is something that you can prepare for. What you couldn't prepare for is the fact that your feeling of loneliness will be contributed to by the lack of everyday talk with strangers. And that is also, like, that is something that you were not prepared for, because you didn't know how much you needed it and wanted it. And doing it, how much you were actually doing it, how much it was actually part of your life. And that just made you feel so lonely in France.
It really did.
And then when you moved back to Scotland, gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone. Yeah. I could connect with strangers again.
Yeah. it's Germany is not as small talky as the UK.
Is it not?
Far from it, actually.
Okay.
I think Germans are good at small talk when they're forced to.
In what way? When they're forced to?
Like when someone actually opens the conversation. Oh, nice weather, right?
Okay.
And then they're like, okay, they have like their 3-4 phrases that they do repeat, like, oh yeah, the weather, and stuff. It's such a traffic jam. Yeah, such a traffic jam. Oh, because it's 5 p.m. and everyone's got off work. Oh yeah, right. Like 5 phrases they recycle, but everyone apart from that, at least in my experience, keeps to themselves, and I think that has an effect on the sentiment of the people. If you think about how outgoing some people are. For example, when my mom moved to Turkey, she told me that she was once struggling to find her way. She was looking for something. She was looking for a specific flat, for a flat viewing, I think. She was walking up and down the street, something like that. And just a man who was working in the garden saw her, like a stranger, and said, like, and he was a bit older, and so he said to her, oh, my daughter, like, just immediately the way you approach strangers is completely different also culturally. Like, he referred to her as my daughter. Of course he didn't mean it like that. But it's just a way to say, hey, young lady, instead of saying that. He's saying, like, oh, hey, girl, like, come here, what are you looking for? Like, I live here, like, can I help you? Are you looking for someone or something? And then she said, yeah, I'm looking for this and that flat. And then he's like, oh, I don't know where it is, but maybe this and that neighbor knows, like, and then he didn't let her go until she found her destination. And
that's so kind. And I remember, for example, when we were in Germany, that's one situation that I have in mind, was when we were on the tram, and there was a guy with his backpack open, slightly open. And I said to you, oh, should we tell him? And you were like, what?
I was confused that you wanted to tell him. Because why? Like, it was just a bit open, like, it wasn't like anything could fall out. Or anything. And I've just made the experience in Germany already that if I pointed out these things to strangers, they look at you with such a... Okay, how do you know it's not on purpose? Like, mind your own business. Like, I was just already anticipating that if we are telling him, he's going to be like, my fucking zipper doesn't close. Like, I was already going through all these answers, and I was just wanting to avoid that. maybe now I would say it because I was also a bit younger.
Yeah.
Maybe now I would say something, even if he replies like that. I just made the experience that, I don't know, if you just start talking to a stranger, they're so confused. Like, why are you speaking to me?
Yeah.
Especially when they have headphones in.
Yeah.
Why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
But maybe that's also my personal experience being a non-German living in Germany.
Yeah.
So that could also be, like, maybe the Germans are super, super chatty with
Yeah.
each other.
You just never experienced that.
I just never experienced being a German in Germany.
Yeah, that's true.
So that could also just be a layer of that. But I've made the experience that when you talk to them, they're rather like taken aback and like, don't talk to me. Yeah. Even if you approach them like super nicely, and of course they're like, everyone's different, and maybe I just grew up in an area where people are grumpy.
Yeah, it all depends to region as well you live in. It
Yeah.
all depends on the person you talk to. You know, I'm also not going to say that everyone in Scotland is very small talky. I'm not going to say that every single person I ever met wanted to talk to me, because that's also not true. But it's just the general kind of impression that I get of a country.
Yeah. And I know, like, especially in Cologne, people are much more chatty.
Yeah.
And like open to each other and friendly, like locals, older locals. They just really want to talk.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's different by region. It's different by person, definitely, and it might be different if you are not maybe necessarily being met with xenophobia. Hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so either way, I think we can agree on it has a positive effect on the
definitely
person and the people, and on the sentiment, and people are just happier if, like, imagine you're struggling with a mental health problem and your family is far, far away in another country, and you feel so alone, and then just a stranger asking you, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, yes, you know that they probably might not mean it the way you would wish, or you also probably know that now is not the moment to go into detail about how you're actually feeling.
Yeah.
However, just to have a real person look at you and ask you something like that, and look out for contact with you.
Yeah, have this small connection.
I think that can just do something great.
Yeah.
And also, like, just on top of that, if you see a stranger and you really like something about them, for example, like they have pretty nails or pretty boots, or, you know, you really like
their
hair. Yeah, just tell them. Actually, that's a homework.
Yeah.
All of you, until next week, make a compliment to a stranger. Really, like, it really makes someone's day.
Yeah, it really does.
Or if not make it, then maybe even save it. But because if you have, like, such a shit day, like, everything's going bad, but then there's one person who, like, is looking at you and actually means it. I really like your nails. Really, like, wow.
It can make, like you said, it can really make your day.
Yeah. And, like, I think we have to compliment each other more, because so many times I think about a compliment and I just don't say it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh wow, that person has a really impressive whatever.
Yeah.
Like braids or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's a hairstyle that I've never seen, and I'm like, wow, that looks really good. It really suits them. Or it's like a specific shade of lipstick that I'm like, wow, it really suits them. And I just think that. Dresses, how many times do I walk past people?
And you tell me, oh, look at that dress, look at the outfit, look at that.
Yeah. And I'm like, wow, that's such a pretty dress. And the person never knows that a stranger, like, thought that. And of course, you don't need to, like, tell them that.
And in general, compliment people on things they have control over.
Oh, yeah.
So on their clothes choices, but for example, do not comment on people's bodies. But I don't think I need to tell you that.
But compliment 101. How about we compliment things that they probably chose to do or have, rather than things they have no control over.
Yeah.
For example, if you tell a natural blonde, I really like that hair color on you, they'll probably be taken aback. But if you tell someone who, like, has obviously, like, dyed blonde hair, you can say, like, oh, that hair color really suits you. It's such a pretty shade.
Yeah.
Like that.
And definitely don't go around and now this turns into preaching. I don't mean to preach, but definitely don't walk around telling people, criticizing people without a prompt.
Oh yeah, the opposite is not true for criticism. Like, if you have something to criticize, just keep it to yourself. Like no one needs to know. Same with a compliment. No one needs to know. The person doesn't need to know that you find their nails pretty, right? It's just like, also you will feel better. Like complimenting someone does something to us as well.
Yeah.
Spreading happiness. Like if you want to be happy, spread happiness.
Yeah.
If you want to feel fulfilled, help where you can and love where you can and spread joy where you can, because that will reflect on you. It feels amazing. So if you don't want to do it for someone else, do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Out of egoistic reasons, be altruistic.
Yeah.
And on that note, should we end it here?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I hope you liked this second episode of 2026.
That was the first episode we've actually filmed this year.
Yeah. So there's that. Nice to talk to you in 2026 for the first time.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had fun with us.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to the next episode as well, to see you here at the same time, same place.
At Don't Scream, I'll Cry.
Don't Scream, I'll Cry.
I really wanted to do that.
Good.